What happened on your worst date? I finally asked out Jessica from accounting after 6 months of building up courage. She was gorgeous, funny, and had just gotten out of a long relationship. When she said yes, I thought I was the luckiest guy alive. She picked this Italian place downtown. Nothing fancy, just good pasta and dim lighting. I showed up 15 minutes early because I was nervous as hell. That's when I saw him sitting at our table. Older guy, maybe 50, wearing a polo shirt and reading the menu like he owned the place. I figured maybe he was the owner or something. Maybe Jessica knew him. When she walked in wearing this blue dress that made my heart skip, I waved her over. She smiled and sat down next to the guy. "Austin, this is my dad, Richard," she said like it was the most normal thing ever. "Dad, this is Austin from work." I just stared. "Your dad?" "Yeah, he comes on all my first dates. It's our thing." She giggled and grabbed his arm. "Daddy has to make sure you're good enough for his princess." Richard didn't smile. He stuck out his hand for the world's most intimidating handshake. "So you're the one who's been bothering my daughter at work." "I wouldn't say bothering. What do you make annually?" He cut me off. Jessica laughed. "Dad, you're so funny. Austin, don't mind him. He just wants to make sure you can provide for me." The waiter came by looking as confused as I felt. Richard ordered for all of us without asking what we wanted. Chicken parmesan for everyone. I hate chicken parmesan. "So Austin," Richard said, cutting his food into perfect squares, "what are your political views?" I try to stay out of politics." Wrong answer. A man should have strong opinions. "How many children do you want?" "I haven't really thought about kids yet." Jessica wants 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. She's had their names picked out since middle school. He pointed his fork at me. "You better start thinking about it." Jessica nodded enthusiastically. "Daddy taught me that marriage is about planning everything together. That's why he comes on dates with me, to make sure guys understand what they're signing up for." I looked around the restaurant. Other couples were laughing, holding hands, actually talking to each other. We looked like we were in some weird job interview. "What's your 5-year plan?" Richard continued. 10-year plan? Do you go to church? How often do you drink? Any history of cheating? Dad asks all the important questions, Jessica said, patting his hand. "Most guys get scared off, but the right one will appreciate how close we are." The questions kept coming. My credit score, my relationship with my mother, whether I believed in traditional gender roles. Jessica just sat there smiling like this was all adorable instead of completely insane. When the check came, Richard grabbed it. "A gentleman always pays on the first date. Since you clearly haven't learned that yet, I'll cover it this time." Outside the restaurant, Jessica grabbed both my hand and her dad's. "Wasn't that fun? Daddy really likes you. He said you answered most questions correctly." "Most questions? You lost points for not having a 10-year plan," Richard said, "and for wearing those shoes with that shirt. But we can work on your style." Jessica stood on her tiptoes for a goodbye kiss, while still holding her dad's hand, like we were some weird 3-person relationship. I backed away. "I should go." "Oh," her face fell. "Did Daddy scare you?" "He does that sometimes, but once you get to know him, he's like the sweetest." "Jessica, I'm sure you're great, but I'm looking for someone to date, not someone to share with her father." Her eyes went wide. "You don't understand. Daddy and I are best friends. We do everything together. Movies, shopping, vacations. He's just protecting me." "From what? Making your own decisions?" Richard stepped forward. "Now listen here, son. I'm not your son." I was already walking to my car. "Good luck finding a husband who's okay with being the third wheel forever." I heard Jessica crying behind me but didn't turn around. Got home and immediately texted my roommate about the whole thing. He couldn't stop laughing.